Hello, friends. I am Dr. K. Solkar to deliver a lecture on biomedical electronics. This is an overview of biomedical instrumentation system. It is nothing but the biomedical instrumentation system and its component. As we know that what are the instrumentation system we are going to discuss now, this is different than what we learn about the instrumentation system for industrial applications. Since this is related to the bio, that is the life of, now since we are particularly going to discuss with the human, and we'll say that this is a instrumentation system which is applicable for interfacing with the body parameters. We know that this is the interdiscipline. These are the disciplines: biochemistry, that biophysics, biomechanics, bioelectronics, and bioinstrumentation, etc. These are all interdisciplines which are required for study of the biomedical instrumentation system. Here, this is the overall block schematic of the bioinstrumentation system. It is shown that measure, and this is nothing but the quantity or the parameter which is concerned with the body function is measured. The very first device which is concerned with this parameter is nothing but the primary sensing element, and the next to it is nothing but the variable conversion element. Both these two blocks constitutes a sensor, and thereafter sensing in a proper way, then we need to signal process. After a signal processing, the last block which is required for this instrumentation system is the output display. Thereafter we can reprocess it, we can transmit it, and so many ways we can that can be done. So the this is nothing but the detailed or a generalized block biomedical instrumentation system. Here it is called generalized because all the blocks which are shown here with these dashed lines may not be applicable for all the instrumentation systems or system which is concerned with the bio applications. It is shown that there could be different energy sources, since the human body constitutes of so many systems together: pneumatic, hydraulic, electronic, etc. So the electric, light, infrared, biomedical, mechanical, ultrasound, these are the signals that can be picked up from here, or through this can be picked up, and this is called the measurement. As we saw that sensor or a transducer that is useful for getting the value of the parameter of our interest, pick the value of the parameter, and thereafter it is a pre-amplifier. It is required because the sensor or a transducer output may not be at the required level of ours, and hence with this pre-amplification we can amplify it, and then further it can be signal process. So there are various ways. Signal processing could be different functions, and the uh, pre-amplifier and signal processing constitutes a signal conditioner. After signal conditioning, the purpose of having the instrumentation system could be getting the alarm of the signal, to know the signal that can be displayed continuously. The signal could be stored using data storage. it, it can also be transmitted, or the data can be, and hence it is called the data transmission. Or we can have the recording of this. So while doing so, this is the calibration block which is required over here. The periodic calibration of this system is necessary because after aging effect, there could be a difference between the value which is displayed by these all functions and the actual value that can be measured. And here the last block which is required, and that is the very essential block. This is called control system. Control system will have a overall control on over all these blocks, so that the it is nothing but the coordination purpose. The elements and connections which are shown by dashed lines are optional for some applications. It doesn't required for all the applications, and this is what the generalized block instrumentation system. These are the blocks which we have just studied: the measure end, sensor or a transducer, signal conditioning, output display, auxiliary components. This could be the minimum blocks that are required for biomedical instrument system. You could say that these are the components of the biomedical instrument system. So we'll see that what is the function of each block in detail. The measure end, the physical quantity, property or condition that the system measures is nothing but the measure end. The accessibility of the measure end is important because it may be, there are certain parameters that can be sensed, and those are nothing but from the internal point of view, the blood pressure can be sensed. Then from the body surface, the electrocardiogram can be obtained. The next one is the emanate from the body, that is infrared radiation. Then there could be a derived from tissue sample, that is blood or a biopsy. And the measure end may be localized to a specific organ or anatomical structure. So this is all about the measure end. Now there comes to be is the next block is the sensor. All of we know that there is a slight difference, but since this is the another field of our interest, that is the biomedical, a transducer that senses the physical measurement and converts it in from one form to another form, that is non-electrical to electrical. This is the example. Whereas sensor senses a physical measurement and makes it readable for the user, but keeps it in the same formats. This is what the difference between transducer and a sensor. The sensor should respond only to the form of energy present in the measurement, to the exclusion of all others. The sensor should non-invasive and minimally invasive. The next block is the signal conditioning. We saw it, but now we'll have a focus once again on the meaning of the signal conditioning. There are several purposes of having the signal conditioning block in the industrial as well as biomedical instrumentation system block schematic. The purpose could be amplification, filtering the signal, match the impedance of the sensor to the display, Often, sensor outputs are converted to digital form and then processed by specialized digital circuits or a microcomputer. Signal filtering may reduce undesirable sensor signals. It may also average repetitive signals to reduce noise, or it may convert information from the time domain to the frequency domain also. So these are the functions or the operations that can be performed through signal conditioning, so that the requirement of the instrumentation system can be solved using this signal conditioning. The next block, as we know, this is solving the purpose of the having the instrumentation system. The result of the measurement process must be displayed in a form that the human operator can perceive. The best form for the display includes numerical, graphical, discrete or continuous, both are available, and sometimes it could be a combination of discrete as well as continuous also. Then the record or display could be permanent or temporary, visual and hearing also. The kind of display or output that is required. And the last block of this is the auxiliary component. A calibration signal with the properties of the measurand should be applied to the sensor input. Many forms of the control and feedback may be required to elicit the measurand, to adjust the sensor and signal conditioner, and to direct the flow of output for display, storage or transmission purpose. The control and feedback may be automatic or manual, depends on this. As we know that when it is automatic, then the costing of this total system becomes quite higher compared to the manual operation. Data which is obtained may be stored briefly to meet the requirements of signal conditioning, or to enable the operator to examine the data that precede the alarm conditions. Conventional principles of the communication that can often be used to transmit data to remote displays at nurses stations, medical centers, or medical data processing facilities. So kind of telemetry systems that is possible through this. So this is all about the basic diagram or generalized block diagram of biomedical instrumentation system.